The difference between a narcissist and an avoidant. Hey guys, my name is Andy and I'm here to help. I get this question fairly often. Now I'm going to be very upfront is I am not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. So I've gotten all of my information from widely available published materials. So when I say avoidant, just almost as always, I am broadly referring to dismissive avoidance and fearful avoidance that lean very, very heavily dismissive. So it boils down to the DSM-5, which is the diagnostic manual that psychiatrists use to diagnose mental conditions. Now, narcissism, or NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, is listed and is very well defined in there. Attachment theory, generally speaking, is not. So let's just go over some of the telltale signs of the narcissist. And I believe this more has to do with the grandiose narcissist. I know there are a couple different flavors, but to be technically considered a narcissist, they have to reach 5 of the 9 criteria. Let me get those for you. A grandiose sense of self-importance. They are preoccupied with fantasies, mostly about future things and thinking that they are entitled to it. They believe that they are something just beyond special. So they have a very high view of themselves. A need for excessive admiration or validation. So when you see someone talk about a narcissistic supply, that is what they're talking about. They have a sense of entitlement. They are exploitative, which means they use other people to end to their own means, as an end to their own means. A basic lack of empathy, envy of others, so they can be very envious of other people's accomplishments, and also they tend to be highly arrogant. So that is, roughly speaking, what it takes to be a narcissist. Whereas the dismissive avoidant, many of those that we've been in contact with, they do not show those signs. They may show a couple. It is possible to be an avoidant with narcissistic traits, but they are technically not diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Now, I will say that narcissists, by and large, are aware of themselves. They know that they are actively manipulating, whereas the avoidant may not. However, I want to say this very clearly, and I've said it before, that both will use deactivating avoidance, which means their fears have risen above their feelings, and narcissist will employ the same 3 behaviors. And what I mean by that, you've heard me say it before: the gaslighting, the stonewalling, and the ghosting. The narcissist uses it to maintain the control, and so does the avoidant to a certain level, but one is aware and one may not necessarily be, if you get what I'm saying. That's really everything in a nutshell. Now, regardless of narcissist or dismissive avoidant, I want to be very clear. These behaviors are emotionally abusive, and I will die on that hill. You can take into account whether it is a automated response, as in the case of an avoidant, or a calculated maneuver in the case of a narcissist. But realistically, guys, abuse is abuse. Anyway, down in the comments below, let me know what you think. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.